Have you ever had the feeling that, while you're trying hard to keep your career afloat, the world is changing too fast? While you work, study, take care of your home, your family, technology continues to advance. Artificial intelligence is no longer a promise of the future. It's the present. And it is redefining the job market at a speed that few people are truly prepared to keep up with. And here's the truth that no one is saying clearly. Jobs are being replaced. Now. Not in 5 years. Not in the distant future. Now. Professions in the areas of administration, marketing, customer service, education, and even healthcare are being directly impacted by automation. And who is being most affected? Women. But here's the other side of the coin. The side no one is showing you on the news. While some jobs are disappearing, others are emerging, and they are paying better. The difference between being replaced by an AI tool and being promoted for knowing how to use it lies in knowledge, and more specifically, knowing where to start. Maybe you are thinking, but I'm not in the technology field. I don't know how to program. I'm past the age of learning something so new. I don't have time to study all day. The good news is, you don't need to be a technology person to use technology to your advantage. Today, there are certifications created exactly for women like you. Intelligent, committed professionals who want to evolve, but need a practical, accessible solution with a quick return. These certifications have changed the trajectory of women who were stuck in the market, frustrated, or just looking for something bigger than what they are experiencing today. And in this video, I'll show you the 3 most powerful artificial intelligence certifications to increase your income quickly, even if you've never worked with technology before. But before showing you what these certifications are, I want to give you a quick overview of what is happening in the market and why this could be the smartest decision of your career for years to come. According to the World Economic Forum, almost half of the skills used today in the job market will be obsolete by 2027. And at the same time, hundreds of new roles, most related to the strategic use of artificial intelligence, are being created. But here's the problem. Most people are still trying to survive with a career model that no longer exists. And those who have already started preparing are already being hired. Companies want people who understand AI, who know how to use the right tools, who have initiative and flexibility, who know how to optimize processes, generate results, and work with technology, even without being in technology. And all of this is within your reach. You don't need to change who you are. You just need to add a new layer of skill to what you already do. So, in this video, you will discover the 3 most valued AI certifications today, how they work, how long they last, and why. They're ideal for beginners, how you can use them to gain real opportunities. Be it a better job, your own business, or building a new career. Stay with me until the end, because in the last block I'll show you a bonus, a simple strategy that women in the United States are using to transform these certifications into extra income, working from home, with freedom and autonomy. If you want a clear, direct, and achievable path to growth with artificial intelligence, this is your starting point. Let's move on. Have you noticed how the job market seems increasingly unstable? As if, suddenly, some people were growing fast, earning well, gaining freedom and opportunities, while others, even though they are qualified, remain invisible, insecure, or stuck in roles that don't evolve. This is not an impression. It is the direct consequence of a silent transformation that is happening because of artificial intelligence. Today, what separates those who grow from those who stagnate is no longer the degree, nor how many years of experience the person has. It's how much she understands technology, and more importantly, how much she knows how to apply it in practice. What was previously considered a differentiator has now become a basic criterion. Most women still believe that artificial intelligence is something that is too technical, that requires knowing how to program or work with cutting-edge technology. But this belief has left many professionals behind. Meanwhile, other women, who have started to learn the basics, applying AI tools in their daily lives, are being hired faster, promoted, and even creating new businesses with more freedom and less effort. Maybe you haven't noticed how much this is already happening, but companies in the United States are using AI to automate processes that, until recently, were done exclusively by people. Service, planning, content creation, text review, data analysis, report preparation, all of this is being done with the support of artificial intelligence. And if these tasks are being optimized, it means that professionals who do not master this technology are gradually becoming less essential. But this doesn't have to be a threat. In fact, for those who act now, this is an opportunity. Recent data shows that almost half of the skills used today in the job market will no longer be relevant by 2027. At the same time, more than 90 million new vacancies are expected to emerge, many of them requiring exactly the type of knowledge that you can develop with a few hours a week without having to change fields. Most of these roles do not require technical training. They require strategic thinking, adaptation, autonomy, and the ability to work together with technology. And that's where women with practical vision, business experience, creativity, communication, and leadership have an advantage. They just need the right tool. And that's exactly what's happening to women who are repositioning themselves now. Professionals who, not long ago, felt threatened, stagnant, and insecure, are using artificial intelligence to multiply results, gain productivity, and offer more valuable services. Not because they became programmers, but because they learned to use technology as an ally. They are using tools like ChatGPT to write proposals, generate content, review texts, organize ideas, and even automate service. They are using platforms with artificial intelligence to carry out strategic planning, create presentations, set up classes, and generate personalized materials. They are standing out because they deliver more with less effort, and that has enormous value for any client or company. And this knowledge is not far from you. It is available in courses, accessible certifications, content that you can consume flexibly, even with a busy routine. And that's what's transforming careers. You don't need to change your profession. You just need to incorporate a new skill into what you already do. Well, this is what is separating women who have become leaders in their field from those who continue to fight to prove their worth. Sarah, for example, was an executive assistant. After being shut down, she realized she needed to catch up. Completed a basic certification in AI focused on productivity. Today, he provides services to 3 remote executives, works from home, has freedom of schedule, and a higher income than he had before. Jenna worked in marketing, but began to lose space too. Freelancers who delivered everything faster. She learned how to use AI for content creation and copywriting. Today, it closes contracts with customers in the United States and Europe, with deliveries in record time. Alicia was a teacher and felt like she was falling behind. It started using artificial intelligence to create lesson plans, evaluate activities, and generate reports more efficiently. Not only did she improve her routine, she created a course teaching other teachers how to do the Same. None of these women had technical training. They had no time left, no security at the beginning. What they had was clarity that waiting was no longer an option. The market is hiring people with this new profile. Even if you have excellent training and a lot of experience, if you are unable to show that you are up to date, you may be discarded, not because of a lack of talent, but because of a lack of visibility. Artificial intelligence certifications help solve this. They show that you are in motion, that is open to innovation, who knows how to use the tools that the market is already demanding. They put you ahead of candidates who are still stuck in a work model that no longer exists. And contrary to what many people think, these certifications are not long, expensive, or complex. Some of them last just a few days, are affordable, and already make a big difference in your professional positioning. These are courses designed for those who want to start simply, but with enough depth to apply what they learn immediately. If you know how to choose well, in less than a month you can have a certificate on your CV, new skills on your LinkedIn profile, and ready to look for better jobs, provide services with more authority, or even undertake more strategically. But this only happens to those who decide to act. What was once a differentiator has now become a necessity. Those who start now still have time to stand out. Those who wait too long may find the market crowded when they decide to enter. Now that you understand what's at stake, what's changing in the market, and why so many women are using AI as a turning point, it's time to learn about the certifications that really make a difference. In the next section, I will show you exactly which are the 3 best AI certifications for those who want to grow quickly, update themselves intelligently, and open new doors in their careers. You already understand the urgency. Now it's time to change the game. Now that you understand why artificial intelligence is no longer an option, but a silent market requirement, it's time to take the next step, choosing the right path to position yourself. And here comes the most important point of this video. You don't need to know everything about AI to grow with it. You need to start. What separates you today from a new phase in your career could be a simple decision: dedicating a few hours a week to a practical, objective, and valued certification. There are dozens of courses on the market, but most are confusing, too technical, or designed for profiles that have nothing to do with yours. What you need now are training that delivers clarity, applicability, and results. Courses that were designed for women like you, intelligent, committed, and in a hurry to change the game. And that's exactly what these 3 certifications offer. They were selected because they are short, accessible, highly respected, and, above all, genuinely useful. The first is one of the most recommended entry points for those who have never had direct contact with artificial intelligence. The course is called AI for Everyone and is offered by the Coursera platform. It was created by Andrew Ng, one of the world's leading names when it comes to AI. And the most interesting thing is that this course was made for non-specialists. In other words, you don't need to understand anything about code, programming, or data science to follow along. The goal of AI for Everyone is to give you a strategic vision. It shows how artificial intelligence is being used in the real world, how it impacts companies and careers, and what you can do to avoid being left out. It's like opening your eyes to what's really happening. There are around 6 hours of direct content, which you can do at your own pace, in your own way. You learn what you need to know to talk to clients, managers, or teammates with more authority. And the certificate is issued by Coursera, with the name of Andrew Ng himself, which gives weight on the resume and on LinkedIn. The second certification goes straight to the point. How to use artificial intelligence to produce more, sell more, deliver more. It's called prompt engineering for ChatGPT, and it was developed by OpenAI, creator of ChatGPT, in partnership with Deep Learning AI. This training teaches you how to communicate with AI in the most intelligent way possible. Because here's a secret. What defines whether an AI tool will give you any answer or an incredible result is the way you communicate with it. And it has a name: prompt. Learning to write prompts is like learning a new language that opens doors to extreme productivity. You can use it to create texts, content ideas, sales proposals, emails, reports, classes, presentations, and even complete business structures. This course is perfect for women who work in creative areas, communication, business, marketing, education, or service provision. It is also a powerful foundation for anyone who wants to offer services as a virtual assistant, digital consultant, or content manager with AI. The content is direct, with practical and immediately applicable examples. At the end, you receive the official certificate from both institutions, which is an excellent differentiator in any commercial proposal or professional profile. The third certification is for those who want to go a step further. For those looking to position themselves as someone prepared for the new market, with a vision of innovation and the ability to implement technological solutions, even without technical training. This certification is part of the Google Cloud Artificial Intelligence track. It is a modular program with short-term training focused on applying AI in business, marketing, data analysis, and problem solving. The big advantage is that you can choose where to start. If you want to apply AI in the day-to-day running of a company, there are specific paths for this. If you want to use AI to optimize processes and create solutions, that's fine too. The content is practical, in the form of videos and exercises that simulate real-work situations. At the end, you receive a certificate from Google Cloud itself. And yes, that makes a difference. Having a Google badge on your profile increases your authority, your chance of being called for interviews, and your credibility with clients. This training is ideal for those who want to lead projects, improve processes, or work with consultancy and innovation. These 3 certifications cover everything you need to get started: strategic vision, practical use, and high-value positioning. None of them require prior technical knowledge. All are internationally recognized, and they can all be done at your own pace without leaving home. But it's not just about taking a course. It's about what this represents for your new professional phase. When you make sure you are saying to the market, "I am up to date. I'm prepared. I am part of the change, not a victim of it." You put yourself in motion. And that's what the market is looking for. If you work in a company, these certifications show that you have initiative, vision for the future, and the ability to adapt, qualities that weigh heavily in promotions, leadership, and talent retention. If you work for yourself, they help you to price better, create more complete services, and show the client that you are ready to offer more results. If you are in a career transition, they are the missing bridge to enter more valued areas, even without previous experience. You can start with 1 hour a day. You can study little by little between your commitments. But the most important thing is not to postpone. Because while you wait, other people are taking a stand, and the most valuable spaces are being occupied now. Opportunities will not disappear, but they will become more disputed. The best time to start was yesterday. Second best is now. In the next block, I'll show you why taking action now is so important, because there's a high cost in delaying. And because whoever understands this today will be far ahead in the coming months. Maybe, up until now, you're thinking that this all makes sense. That these certifications are viable, that using artificial intelligence can really give you an advantage in the market, and that the scenario is changing faster than you imagined. But at the same time, maybe there's also a voice inside telling you that you can wait a little longer. That now is not the ideal time. Maybe, down the line, you'll have more time, more clarity, or more confidence to start. And it is exactly this type of thinking that is making many women lose space, lose opportunities, lose money. The truth is that most people don't fail due to lack of ability. They fail by waiting too long. The world doesn't stop for you to feel ready, and the market will not slow down for you to adapt. The speed at which artificial intelligence tools are being incorporated into work has already surpassed any optimistic predictions. 2 years ago, no one imagined that a virtual assistant would be able to write an entire marketing campaign, plan a week of content, review texts, or even put together personalized lesson plans. Today, all of this is already happening and getting hired. Companies are changing their hiring processes. They are no longer just looking for people with years of experience. They are looking for professionals who adapt quickly, who know how to use technology to benefit the business, who solve problems efficiently and at a lower cost. Having a degree or a solid career is no longer a guarantee of anything. What counts is your ability to generate results now with the right resources. And that's why starting today matters so much. Because time is playing against those who still believe that the market will wait. The number of updated professionals grows every day. With each new mass layoff, each budget cut, each new tool launched, more people are seeking retraining, and those who anticipate position themselves. Whoever waits runs after it. You don't need to be 100% ready to start. You just need to be committed to not standing still. And this is one of the biggest advantages of the certifications I showed you. They don't require a large investment. They don't take months of your life. They don't force you to leave your current job to study. They fit into your routine. They fit within your reality. And most importantly, they change the way the market sees you. Having an AI certificate on your resume, on your LinkedIn, in your portfolio shows that you are an evolving professional, that you are on the move, and it is preparing to deliver more value, which is exactly what the market wants. But these certificates only have an impact if you act now, while they are still new. Within a few months, these formations will become standard. They will no longer be a differentiator but will become a requirement. The window of opportunity is now, while there are still few people who have this knowledge and are applying it strategically. If you wait too long, you will have to compete with a much larger base of professionals already in position. There is a cost to starting, but there is a much greater cost in not starting. The cost of being invisible, to continue with the feeling of making an effort without recognition. Seeing other people grow with less experience or less training simply because they knew how to position themselves better. The emotional cost of knowing that you could be earning more, having more freedom, more time, more respect, but you chose not to move. And if you're here, if you've watched this far in the video, it's because deep down you know that you need to take this step. That waiting another month, another quarter, another year, will only take you further away from the life you want to build. It's not about desperately chasing a trend. It's about making a conscious, strategic movement that puts you in control of your trajectory. You can choose to continue in the same place, or you can choose to prepare for the new market with intelligence, clarity, and lightness. And if you make this choice now, in a few weeks you could have a relevant certification on your profile, with new professional connections, with more confidence, more repertoire, and ready to enter into the conversations that really matter. You don't need to prove anything to anyone, but you need to prove to yourself that you are willing to invest in you, even if it's a small step. Even if you start studying just half an hour a day, the important thing is to get out of stagnation, because knowledge today is speed, and whoever learns faster wins. The women who are growing up now with artificial intelligence are not the most technical ones. They are those who understand that the market values those who deliver more with less. That productivity, clarity, and adaptation are the most valuable assets. They are the ones who stopped consuming content just to be inspired and started applying what they learn with purpose. And you can be one of them. Still today, in the last block, I will show you how to transform these certifications into real opportunities, how to use them in your resume, how to present yourself with more authority, and how to differentiate yourself among so many people offering more of the same. This is the time to make decisions with a vision for the future, and you are more ready than you think. Let's continue. If you've made it this far, you've already taken a step that most haven't yet had the courage to take. You stopped, paid attention, reflected on your professional moment, and seriously considered that perhaps there's a different path, a smarter, more current, and more strategic path. And that, in itself, already puts you ahead. Now, more than understanding the problem, you know that there are accessible solutions, tools, and certifications that can be incorporated into your routine without depending on unlimited time, without having to let go of everything you've already built, without requiring you to change who you are. What these certifications ask is just that you take the next step. May you choose not to stand still. This is how a new phase begins, not with great revolutions, but with a simple and firm decision, learning something that opens new doors. When you position yourself as a professional who has mastered basic and practical concepts of artificial intelligence, you change levels. You stop being just another person trying to fit in and become someone who leads, who innovates, who proposes solutions. Maybe now you're wondering how to apply all of this, what to do after completing certification, how to show the market that you are prepared. And that's exactly what you'll discover now. The first step is to bring visibility to your new knowledge. Update your LinkedIn profile. Add the certification to your job description. Highlight it in your summary. Don't just put the course title. Briefly explain what you learned, what you were able to apply, and how this impacts the results you deliver. If you have a resume or portfolio, include this information clearly. Show that you understand applied AI. Who knows how to use tools like ChatGPT, Canva, Notion, or Google AI to solve problems. This generates perception of value. It sets you apart. If you work as a freelancer or entrepreneur, adapt your services to include artificial intelligence as a differentiator. Make it clear to your customers that you use technology to deliver more efficiency, more strategy, more results. It's not about looking futuristic. It's about showing that you are connected to the real demands of the current market. If you are looking for a job, prepare examples of what you learned and be ready to show in an interview how AI can be useful in the role you want to occupy. This shows preparation, initiative, and vision. And if you're still in doubt about which path to take, stay here on the channel. In the next videos, I will delve deeper into exactly this: how to transform knowledge into positioning, how to use artificial intelligence to create sources of extra income, how to offer digital services with AI, how to stand out as a woman in a market dominated by tools, but still lacking human strategy. The journey with AI is not about becoming technical. It's about becoming more strategic, about saving time, expanding vision, freeing yourself from repetitive tasks, and investing your energy in what really matters. And this is one of the greatest forms of professional freedom you can achieve today. So now I want to invite you to do something simple but powerful. Comment below which of these 3 certifications caught your attention the most. I want to know which one you are thinking about starting. I want to follow your evolution. And I want, in the next content, to bring even more direction based on what you really need. And if this video helped you in any way, leave your comment. This shows me that you are here, that you are part of this community, and that this content is valuable to you. Your comment may seem small, but it supports the channel, feeds the algorithm, and, most importantly, inspires other women who are going through the same doubts you had before watching. If you know a friend, colleague, or professional who needs to take this same step, share this video with them. Transformation can be even more powerful when we grow together. And of course, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, subscribe now. Activate notifications to receive the next videos with practical strategies on how to use artificial intelligence in your work, in your business, or in your professional reinvention. Here you will not find empty theories or unrealistic promises. You will find real, tested paths designed for women like you. This is just the beginning. The future is already happening, and you don't need to be left out. See you in the next video.